Hi, this is Lizzie. Welcome back to my Yarn Spun Life. First of all, Happy New Year to everyone. I just thought today I would look back a little bit on 2019 and see how the year really treated us. We've had our ups and downs. I had parathyroid problems beginning of the year, and I had my calcium was super high, and I was having problems with kidney stones and UTIs. I ended up, my sister Laura's birthday is in January 27th, and that was on a Sunday last year. And we like to go to each, celebrate. Sometimes it's not right on the day, but I remember thinking on before January 27th, which was a Sunday, that we'll go out. We were kind of made plans to go out and celebrate her birthday. Well, I think it was the 26th. I started having awful back pain, and finally I realized it was likely kidney stone passing, and usually it took me a while before I realized what was going on, and it would just begin just sudden, just what, it wasn't really hard, but it would increase. And Dewey wasn't feeling good. He was having chest pains, and Mom said I should likely go and get myself checked out. Well, I decided to. Dewey was feeling terrible. He was having, I believe, like I said, chest pains, and I decided to go to Zanesville, to Genesis, instead of going to Cambridge. And I told Mom that I may go get it checked out. Well, we got over to New Concord, and it ended up he was feeling so tough that I pulled into Respects, and this was late. And this was Friday night, I believe, like the 25th. Anyways, and I pulled in. There was a sheriff there, and it was kind of unique when we. Well, not unique. I understand the purpose they did it and why, because nowadays you never know. But when I pulled in, a cop pulled in right behind us, and I drove up to the sheriff and I asked him if we could get a ambulance for Dewey, because he was just. And so he called, and the ambulance came from New Concord. They were there real soon, and I said, well, I'll just drive on over. And I remember driving over, and I'm like, if this pain is gone by the time I get over to the hospital, I won't get checked out. But of course, on the way over, I had more pain, and I ended up in the hospital. They took Dewey in, and I went in, and I just immediately said, hey, I need help. So I think Dewey then asked them where his wife is, and they said, oh, she's just down in the other room. So I eventually went over to him, but I was admitted. Dewey was admitted, And 27th, 26th, they said you might have to have surgery. So they had me on NPO, nothing by mouth, all day. And surgeon finally comes in and he's like, no, but tomorrow we will have go to surgery. And I said, so can I eat? I was hungry. So he said, yeah. So this January 27th, I went for surgery. They were going to crush the stones, but the test came back that I had UTI too. So he said he's just going to put stents in. So I put stents in, and 2 or 3 weeks later, I went back and they pulled the stents. And I'm thinking I had kidney stone surgery sometime in February. Then March, I was in our local hospital in Cambridge with another UTI and more kidney stones. I passed several there. They took it. And before I had then April the 25th, I had my parathyroid surgery. And since one side of my thyroid, we weren't sure if it had suspicious findings. So he took one half of my thyroid out too, since I was under and he was in there. I said, might as well just take it out. I mean, if it's cancerous, then we won't have to go back in. Well, later we found out it was not cancerous, which now I kind of wish I didn't tell him to just take it out, because now, I have only half thyroid and I have to be on medicine, but that's that. But before then, here I have some kidney stones that I passed. I actually took it to my doctor, and they wanted to keep some, and I said, okay, you can have some, but I wanted to keep the largest, which is right there. There is another one. Should have, but yeah, it is pretty large, as you can see. And yes, it was painful. But after I had the parathyroid out, I maybe have a few more. I have a few more stones, but it's just because of being there before the parathyroid was taken out. My calcium is back to normal. And then nothing really notable happened. Dewey had been in the hospital overnight once or twice until September 7th. Excuse me. September 27th. September 17th. When at 101 or 104, when Laura called me, I still remember the call and she told me that Dad had stroke. He was flown over to Riverside in Columbus, which I have a video of that already, so I won't elaborate much there. And then Then I had a cyst on my back last month, which I still have a video that I just haven't rendered and put on. And then also in November we found out that I'm going to be an aunt again. So Dad is coming along. He's still not the best. I have hopes that he will be able to walk somewhat at least this year, which I realize some stroke patients never walk after they have a stroke. I realize that, but I'm trusting in God that with hard work and stuff, he will be able to walk again, at least to the point that he can get around. So, yeah, this year has been rough on us, but we have so much to be thankful yet on too. I mean, there's a couple of my friends that they do not have their father today. Their father passed away just a few days ago. And actually this morning I found out another friend had passed away. He's an older. I say older as far as he was around Dad's age. He passed away the 30th, I believe. And it's just my heart goes out to them. And Dad, I know we still have him, but I am sure he never dreamed that he would be half paralyzed. So, but I am very thankful we still have him. And this year, most of all, I want to be kinder and go with the flow, which I kind of do anyhow. Sometimes, if I go with the flow, try to. And I would like to spend more time with some people. I have a friend that I haven't seen for years. And hopefully in the spring I can maybe meet her for lunch or something. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Which end of this year has been a little harder on us. We have not had our family Christmas yet. There's been 1 year that we've done it after the New Year's, and it just felt weird. But this year, the couple times we were going to meet, Laura has been sick a couple times already this year. Mom has been sick. So, hopefully tomorrow we'll gather. We'll see. That's yet to be seen. So, I hope you guys had a happy new year, and thank you for watching and remembering with me the past year. And hopefully 2020 will be a better year for all of us. Thanks for watching. Bye.